Today we are going to be assembling basically one of the cheapest front end loader bale spears that you can find. So let me show you what we got. So to give you a little bit of the backstory, we typically make square bales, and this year we decided to start getting into some small round bales, and they weigh about 400 pounds. With that said, we needed a way to move them around. We were using, to get us by on the last cutting of the year, we used pallet forks on the front. And I actually still think I'm gonna end up using those for certain times. And we have a 3-point bale spear too. I bought that on Marketplace. But I needed a front end loader bale spear. And I got to looking and long story short, the reputable brand ones are anywhere between $800 and $1,200, $1,500. This one here, guys, is on Amazon with good reviews for $250 right now, shipped to your house. We are making small round bales out of this Heston 530 baler, okay? And it makes a round baler that's about 3 foot by 4 foot. And they only weigh 400 pounds. I weighed them. Go out there and check that video out. And I just didn't feel like we needed, you know, $1,200 set of bale spears to get the job done on that. When you read the reviews on this one, there's people moving 4x5s and 5x5s and maybe even 5x6s with these. So I decided to give it a try, and today we're gonna put it together. First off, guys, you are looking at how the package came delivered to my house. I was sad when I saw it. This is supposed to be my Christmas present. That thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it weighs 138 pounds. It was packaged decent with decent styrofoam in there, but the box is just obliterated. I was skeptical of everything when it was sitting on the front porch, but I kind of peeled these sides up and looked, and I mean, there's really only a couple parts to this thing, which you'll see. So I don't think it's all that big of a deal. All right, so aside from peeking in there, this is my first look at it too. Y'all are seeing it right there with me. But it's not much to it. And also, I figured having the tractor here to put the frame on it and mount the bale spear and everything would be the easiest way to go. You basically have the frame here, which I tell you guys, it's thicker and heavier than I would have thought. You have the main fork here, and it's hose clamped onto the frame, so that would not have fell out. And you only have a couple other parts, and that's your stabilizers. So there's just not much to really get lost here. Right now, we're gonna see if it fits on the quick hitch. I tell you, the only annoyance with it so far has been all this styrofoam. I mean, it is just everywhere. All right, well that fit. So moment of truth on the pins. Okay, that goes down good. And that goes down good. I don't know if you can see it, but everything is down. And it's almost like the holes are just large. And I mean, I don't know. What is that? 1/4 inch of play there. But it can't come off. Figured I'd get y'all in here close and show you the frame here and the welds and different things. But overall, guys, it looks good. I mean, pretty good welds. Your weld there, right there. This angled piece is actually welded all the way down through there. These welds look doable. There's down in there. I got my calipers out here. Let's measure some of this metal, see what we got. 0.319. So what, about 5/16? Let's measure right here. It kind of all looks the same to me. 0.317. See if we can get a piece on this main frame without being on a weld. Yeah, 0.318. So I'd say it's pretty much 5/16 all the way around. So moving on to the main spear here. There's your end of it. It's heavy. It's a heavy daggone thing. And then it just has a big nut here. Stick this through. I went and checked the size on this. The biggest impact socket I had was 1 11/16 inches. And I want to say I have that from my bush hog. And it was just a hair too small for this nut. So this might be like 1 3/4 inches. Most people I saw tighten them on the internet used like a pipe wrench and a cheater bar. So that's what I'm going to do. Got my pipe wrench here. Yeah, I think this is going to work good. One of these days I need to get me a bigger pipe wrench. Because I'm scared this one's going to break using a cheater bar on it all the time. So now on to the stabilizer bars. This is what they look like. Very nice, heavy duty. It's got this collar into here. Kind of reminds you of a PTO shaft. So what happens is these go in like that. Then you got this bolt here that will go down into that collar and keep these from coming out. I do appreciate these removable ones because I've seen some that the stabilizer is just welded onto the frame. And even though that seems, you know, more secure, it's just a pain in the butt when you bend them or whatever and need to replace them. So I'm gonna put some Loctite on these things. And if you're doing this yourself, this is it's a 14 millimeter. And I have heard to not overdo these. All right, let's do that next stabilizer and we're done. Right there's the tractor with it installed. Tell you what, I'm pretty happy with this thing for the money. I mean, for $250 shipped to your house, I mean, I would hate to know what they pay for shipping. Obviously, I pay for it and it's built in and all that to the price, but $250, 138 pounds. I can't really say anything negative about it. You know, you've got some of this stuff here like that, but you'll have that on equipment on a dealer's lot. The paint, I don't know, it's a real matte color. I don't know how long, you know, that'll hold up. The only thing I could say at all is just the fit in the quick attach. I don't know if any of my other stuff really does that because most of my stuff's just not light enough to wiggle and everything. But I mean, you can be out here 3 foot out and lift up all you can and that thing is not coming out of there. There's only one thing left to do, guys. Let's go see if this thing will pick up a bale. If you didn't check out our video, go out there and check it out. But where we made these round bales for the very first time, we bought the round baler and made hay in the same day. I didn't have time to get used to it or anything. So some of the round bales, are not great because I was getting used to the tie-in mechanism, and there's about 4 or 5 of those, and those are the ones that I want to save for our usage. So I'm going to try to get that one. I don't even know what way that one's pointing. I think it's going up based on some twine I see going this way around it, but it should be that way, but it could have fell over. There was another one that fell over back there. Keep in mind, guys, we're used to making square bales. And even growing up, we made square bales. So I don't have any experience with round bales at all, making them, moving them, spearing them, any of that. It seems to me like I should be able to come in here and drive down through this one. I'm doing it, I know that I don't have the stabilizers in there, but I'm hoping I can get it enough in there to get it flipped around to then be able to come in at it at the side. And I might need to just kind of do this with it. Can't hardly see what I'm doing, to be honest with you. All right, well, I don't know what I did, but I got it. Let me get it out here and kind of see what it's looking like. Well, we got it. And matter of fact, that was something I really couldn't do with my pallet forks, which is why I really needed this. Because I stacked them in there with the pallet forks. But like, look how wonky this bale is. Now, it wasn't like that when we put it in there. Again, they weren't the best bales, a couple of them. But see, this would have been the top. We had a dog looking for mice, and he was, you know, this would have been the bottom, and he was up here doing this number. But if you come over here, you can see the bale itself better. But that spear was exactly what I needed to be able to do what I just did. Now, obviously, I don't have it in, you know, exactly how I would if it was a perfect bale. We'll see how this one holds up, but I'll tell you, for $250, especially doing what we're doing with these little 400-pound bales, I just, we have a rooster over there. I just don't see a reason why we needed to spend $1,000 on a bale spear. With that said, I'm glad y'all watched the video. Please go out there and like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I will put up here the video of where we made this hay using that round baler that we bought and made hay all in the same day. And I didn't even have time to go through it or anything like that. So anyways, I'll meet you over there. Y'all have a good one.